guys, Elegant Mess from the Mad Dog Gaming Clan. Today we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to start with an unboxing. Got the i7 3770K Ivy Bridge processor. Just got this, and new motherboard in the mail. Intel motherboard, the DZ77GA-70K. So we'll just go over just the unboxing and a quick look at everything. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead. Also got new RAM, G-Skill Aries, 1866, 16 gigs, 2 8 gig sticks. So hopefully that should look pretty nice with it. Work out well. And then we're going to dismantle the water cooling in my current case, install the motherboard, processor, and possibly do some overclocking as long as everything works out well, and we'll go from there. So we'll get a look at everything. Get a look at the box here. All the good stuff. All your normal warnings. Obviously still in the package. And I will be switching from AMD to Intel. At this point I've got 8120 overclocked to 4.7 gigahertz. The FX 8120 overclocked at 4.7 gigahertz at 1.4250 volts. And it's worked out pretty well, but with all the editing and rendering and everything else that I do, besides the fact that Intel is very nice, decided it was time for a nice upgrade. And a friend of mine dropped his computer, so he's going to get my old motherboard and processor. And we've got our chip. I don't know if that's really going to focus for you. No, of course not. And as with most chips, bottom left hand corner here you can see a little golden tab, and that'll indicate on the motherboard the direction in which the chip will actually sit into the socket. With the processor, what do we got here? A user manual, hyperthreading, installation instructions, all your normal to-do stuff. Don't need that. And comes with a cooler. As you can see, has thermal paste on it already. We will not be using this. If you plan on overclocking the 3770K, I would definitely recommend a nice aftermarket air cooler, or as I'll be doing, using water cooling. I have the XSPC Raystorm 750 RS 240. That's just a single loop just for the processor, and that seems to work very well. So been very pleased with it. And for the price point, it was less than $200, and it's a custom loop, radiator, reservoir, pump. So there's a processor and the motherboard. Which is a very nice motherboard, has all the features that I'm looking for. actually found it on Newegg as a bundle. This was one of the ones that I had on my wish list that I was looking at, and I found it as a bundled item. I think I saved $20 or something getting them as a bundled item. So I went with that. Let's take a look at the accessories first. The only sad thing that I can say right off the bat, the color scheme of the motherboard is blue and black. As you can see, blue and black all around. We'll go over all the parts in a second. But instead of giving you black SATA cables, they give you red ones. OCD. Nice feature, custom Intel SLI bridge. It's actually a solid one instead of the flexible ones. It's actually pretty nice. I'll keep that one. Driver install disc. Download them from their website. Don't recommend using the CDs because it's nice if you don't have internet, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of building a gaming PC. What do we have here? We've got color-coded board layout. It's actually kind of nice. Is this a sticker? Yeah, it's a sticker. It's strange, I've never seen that. It looks nice though. Looks like they actually went through a little bit of time putting that together. Installation guide. Installing your motherboard, RAM, graphics cards, chipset, heat sinks, all that good stuff. Attention! Processor compatibility, universal serial bus, 3.0 memory, frequency tuning, Intel smart response technology, blah blah blah, driver BIOS update. One of the reasons I did get this board, as it says on the little spreadsheet here, overclocking made easy with Intel Visual BIOS and Intel Overclocking Assist. This is an actual picture of the main screen of the BIOS. You've got your processor tab, graphics, memory, and this is a little slider scale here, which you can just slide up to kind of auto overclock. I won't be using that feature, which is nice for anybody that's not too familiar with it, but overclocking nowadays is not very hard, especially with the graphical BIOS. CPU overclocking, graphics, and all that stuff. Now the Intel Core i7 3770K has the Intel HD 4000 graphics, integrated graphics on it. Color-coded I/O shield. And with that graphics, you can use a syncing program so you can actually utilize the integrated graphics on the processor along with your primary graphics card if you are running one. Once I take a motherboard out of a static bag, I try not to rest it on it. Whether that's just me being finicky or what. Okay, so let's go over layout of the motherboard. So here's our motherboard. As you can see, socket, RAM and the DIMM for your RAMs, heat spreaders, Intel Extreme board, DZ77GA-70K, the Intel branding, SATA 6 gig per second, 2 of those, 4 SATA 3s, and then I believe these are through Marvel, 2 more SATA 6 connectors, LED readout for debug if you have problems, the jumper. Really nice feature of this board that I like is the, I don't know if you can see here, bottom right hand corner here where my thumb is the connectors for the I/O shield for your front panel for your case, which is a really nice placement. See, a lot of them come in the middle, which is almost standard, but the hookups for your case are always coming from the right side, so it makes sense to put them over here. USB 3.0s, audio, PCI Express 3.0 x 16, and if you're going to run 2 of them, they're both PCI Express 3.0. Single x16, dual is going to be running at x8, x8. PCI slots throughout. So very nice layout. I like the color scheme. It will match my case pretty nicely and has all the features that I'm looking for. So as long as all goes well, I think I should be pretty happy with it. Take a look at the I/O shield. Got USB. I'm assuming this is a clear CMOS jumper. USB 3.0s, dual LAN ports, HDMI, audio has Thunderbolt, which is a nice feature. I don't think I'll be utilizing that just yet, but it's there when I do. So, oh yeah, also on the motherboard right below the 24 pin connection, power and reset switch right on the motherboard, which is a really nice feature. So lots of nice features on the motherboard. Hopefully, like I said, as long as everything works out well, I think I'll be pretty happy with it. I like the looks of it, and has everything I'm looking for. So I think that should cover the unboxing, little overview here of the i7 3770K and the DZ77GA-70K, and from there, I said I'm gonna go ahead. I'll take a quick look at the RAM. For the color scheme, obviously the blue RAM will look nice with it. The heat spreaders on it. G-skill areas. So yeah, I think it should look pretty nice with it. As I said, these are 1866 RAM. I'm running 1600 now, so I'll see if I see any sort of improvement over it with renderings and editing 3D software. And this time around, I'm going to be using Arctic's MX2 thermal paste. Non-conductive, non-corrosive, non-capacitive. I've used Arctic Silver 5 for a very long time. It is somewhat electrically conductive, and they say it can corrode. I've never had problems with that, but it says it's rated pretty well, and I figured I'd try something new and see what kind of performance we get. And if worse comes to worse, I can always put some Arctic Silver on in place of it after. It says there's no cure in time, but I still usually like to give a nice little leeway for that. So that covers our unboxings. From here, I'm going to break down my PC, get the motherboard and the processor out. First, I'll be taking the water cooler reservoir and all that out. And yeah, I'll actually have to drain it because I'm going to be changing the the water block attachment for the LGA 1155 header on that. So thanks for watching, and feel free to check out the next set of videos that are going to be going through the install of the component and setup of the case. Thanks for watching.